Hey, what's up, everybody? Bringing another review. This time is the Creaturereplica Louisiana Raugarou, aka the Louisiana Werewolf, and it is sculpted by Jean St. Jean. And it's crazy because I've seen these a few times, and I've been meaning to pick them up, and I never actually went and picked one up until now. And these things are really dope. It's simple. It's to the point. They are they're really nice and they're simple. And if you want some monster creatures, this is something you definitely would want to have. But anyway, let me get into the review and talk you into it the long hard way. So anyway, this one actually poses really well. It stands really well. As you can see here, even on its feet, I have zero issues posing it. It stands up just right, just fine. And that's one thing I absolutely love about it. It's articulated in all the right places that allow it to stand on its own. But what's really cool is that even if you don't want to do that, it comes with a stand. So it kind of gives you that look and feel of sort of like a really well sculpted statue with minor articulated points. And it's crazy because if you like to make fallen stuff, this is like the better version of it, in my opinion, where it pretty much gives you a feel of, if I wanted to leave it alone and leave it like a statue, I'd be happy. But it's an action figure, so it's really nice. Anyway, enough about me babbling. Let's talk about the figure. The mouth is articulated, so let's get that focus going. The mouth is very well articulated. It just goes up and down, but it just looks really good in the way that it's done, to the point where it does not, it just looks really good. So it just fits the theme of it. The head can rotate left and right. It can look down, and it can look not up, but it can look straight for what the werewolf is going to do. One really cool thing though, and didn't really notice it until right before I started this review, is the ears are articulated. So for a werewolf, if it wants to keen in on its hearing or try to track something, I think this would be a very dope thing, because you turn the ear to have them kind of pay attention to listen out what's going on. And I really think that's nice. The green eyes are a great touch. It's sculpted. This whole area is sculpted so well that I just can't get over it. This is really nice. I have it doing the bent legs thing, but if you want, you can actually stand it straight up, and it stands ridiculously tall, like effortlessly tall over pretty much most things I own, and it's really cool. So as you can see here, I have him standing straight up, and it stands so big it's like out of focus of my camera. So that's really cool. But let's go back down on the arms. The arm doesn't extend all the way up on the right hand side, but it does have bicep swivel, and it does rotate up to about 90 degrees. There's wrist swivel, and there's a wrist joint that goes forward, and mine's a little gummy on the paint, but it goes back as well. So you can have that nice look. The arm on the left hand side goes up a little bit further, and that's because of the way it's sculpted. Bicep swivel all the same, and it rotates through. Same articulation as that on the right. Hands are sculpted in different poses, so it's stuck like that. Now, I'll put it forward so we can see what's going on. It rotates left and right in two spots. So there's the upper torso where it rotates, and the lower torso where it rotates. Really dope. And the legs spread out really far, especially for something you didn't figure it wouldn't. It uses old school joints, but it uses the best of the ability, so that's really dope. There's also a nice thigh cut. It's not something that moves along smooth, but if you keep it in the same spot, it looks almost effortlessly. So, and as I've shown you before, you can rotate it here, and there is a no ankle pivot, but it does actually. I want to say it's ankle pivot, but it's ankle rotation, but not pivot. And as you can see here, you can do it on both, and that's to actually get it doing its werewolf thing going. Can't leave it all the way down, so actually, let's try to get it in a nice sweet spot so I don't have to keep adjusting my camera. It stands so tall. So I want to get it in a nice spot that it doesn't look crazy, but also one that really shows off just how big this thing is. There we go. Now, the Louisiana Werewolf also came with a few other things. Very few things, but not a lot. It does come with a base. The base is right here. It comes with a really cool skeleton, and the portholes for the feet where you want to put it. This is a nice little setting. You can add it to your dioramas, or if you don't have one, just have it really cool set up. That way you know it will never fall. But for the Louisiana one, you actually get 3 pieces of torn t-shirt, which previously is obviously from the person in his human form. And if you want, you're going to place one right here directly over the what would be his right shoulder, which is your left hand side. Let's just change that focus. And then you're gonna get 2 ripped cufflinks for him, and I'm not sure which side they absolutely belong on, but I'm gonna assume they would fit better for whichever side they go on. And even though they fit a little loose, they absolutely look good. I'm a big fan of this. It's very simple. It's very to the point. It's a werewolf. It's a very sculpted, beautiful werewolf, and I love it. I absolutely do. I can't wait to do just simple stuff with it and make it look cool, make it look like it's fighting. It's just really dope. I'm a big fan of these. I'm gonna get more, hopefully. They're made by Creaturereplica, so you know. Shout out to Creaturereplica, who have been around a while, and I didn't know about them until it was too late. Wish I would have gotten more. Real quick though, let's jump into size comparisons with other things. And the first thing I want to do is I want to compare it to some Marvel Legends Build-A-Figures, just to show you just how big it is. So this is him over Swamp Thing, and this is him bent down next to Swamp Thing, and he's already still bigger than him. And this is him next to Monster Venom. And again, this is me. I know you guys saw me bend the legs. He's still bigger than both of them. So I really like his size. Shows you how menacing and terrifying he is as a werewolf. I think that's dope. Real quick, I want to put him next to my Marvel Legends Blade, which uses the old boy head and Punisher lower legs and the upper torso of the Marvel Legends Blade figure. Show you just what's going on here. It's really nice. Here he is next to an SH Figure Arts Kamen Rider. As you can see, sizing here is ridiculous. They're all over the place, and that's a lot of fun. Next up, I'm going to compare it to, I don't know, let's see. Actually, we got a few things here. This is him next to a Mezco Punisher. It's quite dandy to show you, scale-wise, just how big he is. Here he is next to my Figma Kit Bash. He is gigantic. He towers over like some sort of anime proportion monster or person. Here is next to a 1/12 scale synthetic human. Next up, we have a Articulated Icons Ninja. And this werewolf is just all over the place with how ridiculously large it is, and I love it. I don't know, something about this figure just makes me really love it. Here he is next to a Mythic Legions figure. And voila. So, I know I'm late to the game. This is an older figure, but I gotta say, it is one definitely worth getting, especially for its price point. I think it's like $30 or $35. And if you don't, I'd say go check it out. Try to get one. If not, hey, you know, it's on you. Hopefully you enjoyed Werewolf Pictures at the end. But in the meantime, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found it informative. Most of all, I hope you do good, be good, drink your water. Later, guys.